My fiancée kept accidentally leaving her phone unlocked with messages from work chat open on the screen. I never said anything, just documented every time. 47 incidents over 3 months. When I finally asked, "Who's Chad?" and she realized I'd been watching the whole time. Original post. I, 32 male, was engaged to my fiancée, 29, for 8 months. Wedding was supposed to be in June. Notice I said was. This whole thing started maybe 3 months ago. She started doing this weird thing where she'd leave her phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. Screen up. Messages visible. First time it happened, I was making coffee and glanced over. Saw a text from someone saved as work chat that said "miss you too" with a heart emoji. She walked back in, saw me near it, grabbed the phone super fast. Oh, just word drama. Okay, weird but whatever. Except it kept happening. Like a lot. She'd be on the couch scrolling, then get up to go to the bathroom and leave her phone there. Screen still on. Message notification sitting there. Last night was amazing. I'd look away when she came back. She'd grab it, smile at whatever she was reading, start typing. After the 3rd time, I started wondering if this was intentional. Like maybe she wanted me to see? Some kind of test. 4th time I decided screw it. I'm keeping track. Started a note on my phone. Date what the message said, where we were. Took a photo when I could be subtle about it. Can't wait to see you tonight. You looked incredible yesterday. Thinking about you. On and on. Week after week. Her phone would be on the bathroom counter while she showered. Apple Watch charging on the nightstand with message previews popping up. Laptop open to iMessage while she was in the kitchen. I was seeing everything and she had to know. No way you accidentally leave your phone out that many times. The messages got worse. More intimate. References to specific days. Last Tuesday was perfect kind of stuff. I looked up this Chad guy on her company website. Different department. No reason they'd be working together. But I didn't say anything. Just kept documenting. Because at this point I wanted to see how far she'd go. We were planning a wedding. I put down $8,000 on the venue. Another $3,500 for catering. Her parents were covering the rest, but those deposits were mine. We had a joint account with about $15,000 in it that I'd been transferring money into. And she was doing this. Around week 8 or 9, I saw one that made my stomach drop. She left her phone on the couch again, screen up, and I saw "your fiancé doesn't need to know." That was when I knew for sure. This wasn't a test. She was just cheating and being sloppy about it. Or maybe she wanted to get caught. I don't know. Either way, I kept documenting. Got access to her laptop once when she left it open. Scrolled through the iMessage thread. They've been seeing each other since before we got engaged. Before. She was with him when I proposed. When she said yes. When we told everyone. When we booked everything. The whole engagement was a lie. I backed everything up. Organized it. Made copies. Then I waited for the right moment. That moment came when her parents invited us over for dinner. Big family thing. Her mom, dad, both sisters, their husbands. Everyone excited about the wedding. Talking about final details. Dress fitting. Seating arrangements. All of it. She was on her phone half the dinner. Smiling at the screen. At one point it buzzed, and she grabbed it fast, walked to the bathroom. When she came back, I just said it. "Who's Chad?" Everything stopped. You could hear the AC running. That's how quiet it got. She looked at me. "What? Chad? Work Chad. Who is he?" Her face went white. "He's just a co-worker. Just a co-worker who sends you messages about missing you." Her mom put down her fork. "What messages?" I pulled out my phone. She's been leaving her phone unlocked for months. Messages from Chad visible. At first I thought it was an accident, but it kept happening. This isn't the time my fiancé started. No, I think it's exactly the time. Since everyone here is putting money and effort into this wedding. Her dad was looking between us. What kind of messages? I read a few. Just a sample. Started with the tame ones, then got progressively worse. Watch her mom's face change from confused to horrified. Her dad just sat there, jaw tight. One of her sisters asked quietly, "Have you been cheating on him?" My fiancé was crying. "It's not like that." "What's it like then?" Because last Tuesday was incredible sounds pretty specific. She tried to grab my phone. I pulled it back. I have backups. Multiple ones. Her dad's voice was low. "How long?" "Based on the messages I found. Since before I proposed." Her mom made this sound, like all the air left her lungs. Before you got engaged? Mom, please. We've been planning this wedding for months. Her sister was standing now. I took off work. Dad paid for your dress. It's complicated. It's really not, I said. You've been sleeping with someone else for over a year, while planning a wedding with me, while I was putting down deposits and saving money for our future. Her dad looked at her, just looked at her. She couldn't meet his eyes. I stood up. I'm sorry you all had to find out like this, but I thought you should know before any more money gets wasted. Walked out, left my phone on the table with the photos pulled up, let them see for themselves. Drove home, texted her, get your stuff out by this weekend. She called immediately, over and over. I didn't answer. Update 1. So that dinner was a disaster. As expected, her family blew up my phone afterward. Her mom apologizing profusely. Her dad asking about the deposits I'd paid. Her younger sister saying she'd had a bad feeling something was off. My fiancé sent probably 50 texts that night, cycling through every emotion. Apologies, then anger, then bargaining. It was a mistake. Chad, doesn't mean anything. We can fix this. How could you humiliate me in front of everyone? You're vindictive for documenting everything. I was going to end it before the wedding anyway. That last one really got me. Like that made it okay. She was planning to what? Dump him the week before we got married and pretend nothing happened? I responded to one text only. Get your things by Sunday. Next morning, I went to the bank. Took my money out of the joint wedding account. The $15,000 I put in minus what we'd already spent. She'd only contributed maybe $2,000 total. Left her $2,000 in there. Sent her the account info. Your money is there. Account closes Monday. She called from her mom's number. Guess she figured I'd answer if I thought it was her mom. You can't just take the wedding money. I took my money. Yours is still there. We were building a life together. That money was for both of us. You were building a life with Chad apparently. I'm just protecting my investment. I have bills. I need that money. Should have thought about that before you spent a year lying to me. She hung up. Or I did. Can't remember. Her best friend called me later. Did the whole people make mistakes speech. How my fiancé was struggling with things, and I should be more understanding. She struggled for over a year while lying to my face daily. She loves you. Weird way of showing it. The heart emojis to Chad really drove that home. You embarrassed her in front of her whole family. She embarrassed herself. I just provided evidence. You're cruel. I'm honest. There's a difference. Hung up on her too. Called the venue. They were actually cool about it. Said they could transfer my deposit to a different date if I wanted to use it for another event within a year. I said I'd think about it. Catering company wasn't as flexible. Deposit gone. But they took me off the contract, so any remaining balance was between them and her parents. Sunday came. She showed up with her mom and both sisters to get her stuff. I'd already boxed everything, put in the garage. Her mom tried talking to me. She made a terrible mistake. She knows that. For over a year. She's devastated. So was I. Every time I saw another message. Every time she lied about where she was. Her sister was loading boxes. My fiancé just stood there crying. Wouldn't look at me. When they finished, her mom tried again. Is there any way you two could talk? Maybe work through. We're done talking. Anything else goes through lawyers. Lawyers? Why would you need lawyers? She owes me money. The engagement ring went on my credit card. She promised to pay me back. She signed for half the furniture we bought. She owes me half the security deposit on this apartment. Her face fell. How much? About $4,500. She doesn't have that. Then she shouldn't have cheated on someone who was supporting her financially. My fiancé finally spoke. You're really going to sue me over furniture? I'm going to be compensated for money I'm owed. You made your choices. Now deal with the consequences. They left. Her mom looked more disappointed in her daughter than mad at me. That felt validating. My buddy came over that night. Brought pizza, didn't say much. Just let me vent. You doing okay? I'm pissed, but I'll live. You handled it well, though. Her friend thinks I'm vindictive. Her friend's an idiot. You had receipts. That's not vindictive, that's prepared. Got a text from a number, didn't know. This is Chad. We should talk. Showed it to my buddy. He laughed. Oh man, this is going to be good. I texted back. No, we don't. He called. I answered on speaker. Look, man, I didn't know she was actually going through with the wedding. You knew she had a fiancé. It's in your messages. Yeah, but I thought it was like on the rocks or something. Why would you think that? Because she was with me? My buddy was biting his fist, trying not to laugh. So your logic is that her cheating means the relationship was already bad? I mean, yeah. Did it occur to you she's just a cheater? Silence. Then, we had something real, though. You had something real with an engaged woman. Congrats. She told me she loved me. She told me that, too. At our engagement party. In front of 80 people. Guess neither of us are special. You're a real piece of work. Says the guy who knowingly hooked up with someone else's fiancée. He hung up. My buddy looked at me. Chad sounds like a real winner. They're perfect for each other. Update 2. Second week got complicated. Her dad called me. We've spent about $12,000 on this wedding so far. You're out your deposits. Maybe we should work together to recover some of it. How would we do that? Sue her together? Almost laughed. You want to sue your daughter? I want my money back. She lied to all of us. I'm going through small claims for what she owes me. You do what you need to do with your money. What does she owe you? The furniture, the rings she charged to my card, half the apartment deposit. Around $4,500. She can't pay that. She should have considered that before she did what she did. He was quiet for a second. This is going to destroy her credit. She destroyed a 4-year relationship and our engagement. I think she'll survive the credit hit. More silence. Then, I'm sorry she did this. You deserved better. Yeah, I did. After he hung up, I felt weird about it. Almost bad. Then I remembered seeing those messages over and over. Her smiling at her phone, planning a wedding she knew was fake. The bad feeling disappeared. Her best friend showed up at my work. Security called me down to the lobby. She was there looking determined. You have to drop the lawsuit. Small claims. And no, she just lost everything. Her fiancé, her family barely speaks to her. And now you're taking her to court? For money she owes me, that she agreed to pay. Over $4,000? Really? Would you just eat $4,000? She's not some stranger. She was your fiancé. She was my fiancé who was sleeping with someone else for over a year. That changes things. You're going to ruin her life. She ruined our life. I'm just making sure I don't also get ruined financially. Security asked her to leave after she wouldn't stop yelling. Got an email from a lawyer that afternoon. She'd hired someone. They wanted to discuss settlement options. Called the number. Got a guy who sounded bored with life. Your former fiancé would like to settle this matter. Okay. She'll return the furniture and ring and sign a payment plan for the deposit. Payment plan? 24 months. I actually laughed. So she wants to pay me $190 a month for 2 years. Given her financial situation, she probably should have thought twice before cheating. That's not relevant to the debt. It's extremely relevant. Full amount in 90 days or we go to court. That's unreasonable. What's unreasonable is expecting me to finance her infidelity for 2 years while she figures her life out. She can't pay that in 90 days. Then a judge can decide what happens. He said he'd talk to his client. The texts started coming from other people after that. Her cousin, her aunt, random friends. Do you really need that money? This is petty. She's family, let it go. Only responded to one. Her younger sister who'd always been cool with me. She was planning our wedding while sleeping with someone else. Actions have consequences. Then something interesting happened. Got a message from someone named Chad's girlfriend. Apparently, he had a girlfriend who had no idea. I found a number in his phone. Then I found all the messages. I'm so sorry this happened to you. We ended up talking. She'd been with him for 3 years. He told her my fiancé pursued him, and he resisted for months. The messages tell a different story. I know. I saw everything. She'd left him, packed her stuff while he was at work. How did you stay calm when you found out? I documented everything first. By the time I confronted her, I had so much proof she couldn't lie her way out. That's smart. Just prepared. She thanked me. Said talking helped. Weekend came and my fiancé showed up with her mom. Unannounced. Opened the door. What? Her mom started. Please hear us out. 5 minutes. My fiancé looked terrible. Good. I'm so sorry, she said. I know I messed up. Okay. Can you please drop a lawsuit? I can't afford this. Should have thought about that. I was going to end it with him. I swear. When? Day before the wedding. She didn't answer. That's what I thought. You weren't ending anything. You were going to marry me and keep him around. Her mom jumped in. She's learned her lesson. Her lesson cost me money, time, and mental energy. Learning isn't enough. Paying me back is enough. We can give you $3,000 now, her mom said. The rest later. I thought about it. $3,000 now. $1,500 in 2 months. I want it in writing. Her mom looked relieved. Really? Really? Give me $3,000 by Friday. We'll do a settlement agreement for the rest. They left. Got the check Friday. Had my ex sign an agreement that if she didn't pay the remaining $1,500 in 60 days, I could pursue collections with interest. Deposited the check. Felt nothing. Just tired. Update 3. 60 days passed. No payment. Filed for collections like the agreement said. Added interest. She now owed $1,650. Her mom called furious. We gave you $3,000. That should have been enough. The agreement said $1,500 more in 60 days. It's been past that. She needed that money for other things. She needed to honor the agreement she signed. You're punishing her. I'm holding her accountable. She hung up. Got one final text from a new number. I hope you're happy. You destroyed my life over money. Replied, you destroyed our relationship over Chad. I just handled the financial mess you left. Blocked the number. Collections went through. Her credit took a hit. Heard from someone she had to move back with her parents because she couldn't make rent. Some people thought I went too far. Her friends definitely did. Lost a few mutual friends over it. But most people got it. You don't cheat for over a year, lie constantly, plan a fake wedding, and expect the other person to just absorb all the financial damage. My buddy asked if it felt worth it. Worth it? I don't know. Fair? Yeah, it feels fair. That's something. The venue called about my deposit. Asked what I wanted to do with the transfer date. What are my options? You could throw a party, or transfer it to someone else who needs a venue. Chad's ex-girlfriend came to mind. We'd stayed in touch. She mentioned once being engaged before Chad, calling it off, always wondering what if. Called her. This is weird, but do you need a wedding venue? Explained the situation. She laughed for like a full minute. Are you serious? Dead serious. That's the most petty thing I've ever heard. Is that a yes? Absolutely yes. She was dating someone new. Getting serious. They'd talked about marriage. Transferred the booking to her name. They got married there eventually. She sent me a picture from the reception. Said it was the funniest origin story for a wedding venue ever. Ran into my ex once after everything settled. Coffee shop. She was with some new guy. Not Chad. Someone else. She saw me, went pale, grabbed her stuff, and left. New guy looked confused, but followed her out. I stayed. Finished my coffee. Left a good tip. Move on with my day. My buddy asked if I had regrets about how I handled everything. Regrets? No. Maybe I wish I'd said something sooner. But then I wouldn't have had proof. True. So no regrets. No regrets. Started seeing someone new after a while. Met her through friends. She asked about my last relationship. Ended badly. She cheated. I'm sorry. I'm not. Worked out for the best. She smiled. That's healthy. Took some time to get there. We've been together for a bit now. It's different. Better. She doesn't leave her phone around with messages for other people visible. Doesn't play games. Actually communicates. My buddy joked I probably have trust issues. Maybe a little. But that's fair. Definitely fair. Honestly, though, I'm good. Learn something important from all that. Trust your gut. Document what matters. And don't let people take advantage just because you care about them. If someone leaves their phone unlocked repeatedly with incriminating messages, they want you to find it. They want you to be the one to end things so they don't have to feel guilty about it. But I didn't end it because of the messages. I ended it because of the lying. The messages were just proof. And proof matters. My ex paid everything eventually. Last I heard, she was engaged again. To the guy from the coffee shop. Hope he's paying attention. Hope he trusts his gut. But mostly I just don't think about it anymore. Got better things to focus on than someone who couldn't appreciate what she had. Life's too short to dwell on people like that. I'm doing good. Really good, actually. And that's enough.